welcome to chilly Rock Rapids as we get set for some Siouxland Conference doubleheader basketball action tonight as the Sioux Center Warriors come into Central Lyon. Should be a very good matchup. Probably the best boys-girls doubleheader we have had all year here in this gym. At least that's what we're looking forward to. We will start here by taking a look at some team comparisons. As the Sioux Center Warriors, 14-2 overall, 12-2 in Siouxland Conference action, take on the 15-0 Central Lyon Lions. Central Lyon is 14-0 in Siouxland Conference action. The Warriors average 62 points per game. They shoot 42% from the field, average 31.5 rebounds, 15.5 assists, and 11.2 steals per game. They also shoot 60% from the free throw line, and they average 16.1 turnovers per game. Central Lyon, on the other hand, averages 65.3 points per game. They shoot 48% from the field. They average 35.5 rebounds, 16.1 assists, and 13.1 steals per game. Central Lyon shoots 57% from the free throw line, and they average 12.6 turnovers per game. Earlier today, Central Lyon head coach Heather Grafing and I sat down. We chatted about the 3 games from last week and looked ahead to tonight. We'll have that interview now. Welcome back to the pregame show. We're being joined now by Central Lyon girls head coach Heather Grafing. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Good to be here.
Coach, let's go back to last week. Last home game was Tuesday last week. That was an 87-37 win against Boyden Hall. Tell us about that game.
You know, there was a lot with that game. For one, you have to mention Addison broke the school record for points per game. It was just kind of one of those things where, you know, by the end of the third quarter, she had 34. 37 was where the number was at. But that night, she just was on. She hit, I believe it was 9 3-pointers. You know, some of those were uncontested, and she knows anytime that she's got an open look, it's going on the rim. And she was hitting them. As a team, we shot really well. We shot 15 for 20 from behind the arc.
Yes.
So, you know, I think Boyden Hall approached it like a lot of teams are, where they're going to try to pack it in on us, make us beat them from the outside. And I think the girls proved that not just Addison, but the other girls as well can do that if they need to. So, yeah, it was just a fun game. You know, it was fun to see Addie break that record, and we also broke the record as a team for points scored. And so, it was a good night. A lot of good things happening there for us, and it was just a fun night to go out and play some ball.
And I was glad that you went to the official scorer's book and didn't rely on the stats that we put up on the video board here in gym, because it's, you know, the 8th grade boys that help, they do a good job, but they've been known to miss a play here or there. So
you don't really want to be off by one and find out the next day that she didn't actually break it. So we went to your mom. She was at the books, and so the assistant coaches did a good job making sure that was right. But yeah, no offense, but we did actually double check. But your numbers were right.
They were. I was very proud of the kids. They're getting better, and you know, it's this game. Tonight is game like 8 or 9 here, so we better be good at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So, but it was a good win that night, and then we went to West Lyon on Friday, the 44-35 win. How did the girls play in that one?
You know, West Lyon's always going to be a battle, just the rivalry. You know, their gym is a tough gym, I always think, to play in. And so after, you know, we played them here and we won by, a pretty big margin, the girls knew that wasn't going to be the case. We knew that, you know, we were going to have to go, we were going to have to be ready. And West Lyon kind of came out and, you know, played defensively, threw some stuff at us, but more so just kind of let Addie open a little bit. And she took advantage of that. I think she had 29 against West Lyon as well. So Addie had 2 really big nights of scoring for us, but really the West Lyon game came down to defense. You know, taking away their outside shooting, they got a guard on the outside that had hit a lot of threes, and Afton held her. She didn't actually she had a couple attempts but no makes, and that's credit to Afton Schlumbum and what she can do for us on our perimeter defense. And on the inside, limiting Trui's touches as much as we could. So truly that was a great defensive effort. And I thought the girls did a great job at the end. They made a little run at us. Free throws aren't exactly our strong point. It's something that we're still working on. But I tell you what, we shot the free throws really well down the stretch, and we were able to walk away with the win.
Yeah, it was one of the rare away games that I was able to make it to, and my family went over there and watched. I thought the same thing. You know, the girls played really good defense. Afton did a really good job, I thought, controlling the game. West Lyon did a really good job of, you know, running back and trying to really slow the game down, and at least stop transition as much as possible. Part of it is playing a little bit of a zone press which slowed things down a little bit for us. But like you said, the girls at the end made the free throws when they needed to, played defense at the end, got some stops when they needed to, and come away with a win.
Absolutely. It was a great conference win and a tough place to play.
Then go right back the next day.
Yeah.
A little bit of a snow on Friday night, not as much here in Lyon County as some other parts of northwest Iowa, which was good because we were able to get the George Little Rock game in on Saturday late afternoon, we'll call it. A 61-33 win.
Yep.
What did you think about that game?
Real slow start. They came out. We don't see a lot of. We see a little bit of box here and there, but not for that long. And George Rock came out and they really committed to. They weren't going to let Addie score anything or make it the night tough on her. I thought defensively George Rock did a good job. Offensively, we just didn't have a lot of patience. Knowing that Addie was guarded pretty much by one or two people the entire time. At times, we just didn't have kids very aggressive offensively. We just weren't looking. We weren't executing the offense. We like to score in transition, but the girls also know that if we don't have those transition buckets, we need to have patience in the half court. I thought in the first half we didn't do that very well at all. We were rushing a lot of shots, and honestly, some of them just weren't going in, and that happens. You're going to have nights like that. Halftime, though, we regrouped, and I thought we came back out the second half and did a great job. We started moving the ball a little bit better, executing the offense a little bit better, and just kind of settled in a little bit. So first half was definitely one. We needed a half like that just so we could sit down and evaluate what we need to do, adjust, and the girls did it. They came out and did great second half.
Yeah, we've been the girls from at least the games I've seen here in Rock Rapids. We've been a really good third quarter team throughout the year, and it's when you're playing teams that are tough and playing you tough, it's really demoralizing to play with a team for a half or maybe even have a lead at the halftime,
right.
And then all of a sudden the third quarter come out and just get dominated,
yep.
And all of a sudden your fourth quarter like, oh, I guess we're this is how it's going to go,
right.
And so I one of those things that's kind of been a season long thing for us is really good third quarters, which is obviously hopefully going to pay off as we
Down the road,
hit the postseason here.
Absolutely.
Well, now tonight we finally get the last Sioux Conference
Yeah.
first time through of Sioux Center. We played sometimes twice already. Haven't played Sioux Center at all.
I know, it's kind of crazy how that worked out this year.
It is not February yet, but January 31st, and we'll play them twice within a week here. But Sioux Center at home tonight for the first time. What are we going to expect to see out of the Warriors?
They're really good. This has been a matchup that we want to be challenged. I mean, when you talk to the girls too, we want to play really good teams. That's why we were disappointed that Esterville game didn't get rescheduled. And Sioux Center is going to be a really good team. They're just they're athletic. They've got they can go 4 or 5 deep in their bench, and their kids, they're long, they can all run, and again, just athleticism that they bring tonight is going to be a huge challenge for us. We're ready for this. These are the games that we need. You talked about having to play them twice in the next week, and then we also have Sibley in there as well. Mm-hmm. Those are the games we want going into postseason. And so the whole goal here is we're going to take it one quarter at a time. It's definitely something where defensively we're going to need all 5 on the floor ready to roll, because there's no kids for Sioux Center that you can just leave. All of them can score. And so I think this, defensively, we have tried to become one of the best teams that we can be, and I think this is going to be a huge challenge for us tonight, and I'm excited to see how the girls step up and how they respond to that. I think it's just going to be a battle, and we're looking forward to it, and hopefully it makes us better.
Yeah, Sioux Center's kind of been a team that's had some highs and maybe a couple of lows throughout the season. They've got a win over a top 5 team earlier this past month. So a good team, obviously. What are going to be some of the keys for Central Lyon to come away with that win?
I think defensively, like I said, this is going to probably be our biggest challenge at this year. Again, I'm excited for the girls to go out there and get better tonight. But I think a huge key is going to be defensively. Can we keep the pressure on, and can we make them try to earn those points? We don't want to give them any transition layups. We don't want to give them any open outside looks. They do a really good job of moving the ball in the half court, and so our defense needs to be there. And so I think that's going to be a huge key. And I think the second key for tonight is just offensively. Addie had a couple of really big games, and those were really fun, but she'll be the first to tell you, too, we need more than her scoring. And so offensively, we're going to need those 3 to 4 kids in double figures, I think, tonight, just to stretch their defense out a little bit. And I really think more kids coming out, being aggressive offensively for us is going to be huge. All
right. Well, hopefully the Lions can achieve those goals tonight and come away with a victory.
Absolutely.
Well, Coach, I want to thank you for taking some time to join us tonight. And now we'll be back with more of the pregame show after these words from our sponsors.
My grandpa came over here. That's why we're here. Just friendly people. The staff, the whole group. Makes you feel like you're part of a family. And if you know a fireman at all, you need a banker. They have their ups and downs, and so do firemen. And they stay with you as long as you're straightforward and honest with them, and they're honest with us, and they're community minded.
After a long day, deciding on dinner can be tough, but a few simple words can make everything better.
Pizza's here!
End your day the right way with pizza and chicken from the carry-out and delivery experts at your local Pizza Ranch.
Welcome back to Central Lyon. I want to thank Coach Grafing for taking some time out of her day today and sitting down and talking with us. As we get set here, we'll take a look at the last 5 games for each team. Sioux Center 5-0 in their last 5. They have a win at MOC Floyd Valley, 64-29. A win at home versus Sheldon, 63-22. A win at home versus Unity Christian, 71-46. Another win at home versus Okoboji, 69-39, and a win on the road at Rock Valley, 65-28. The Lions also 5-0 in their last 5. A win at home versus MOC Floyd Valley, 68-44. A win on the road at Sheldon, 72-27. A win at home versus Okoboji, 69-39. A win at home versus West Lyon, 64-38. And a win on the road versus Rock Valley, 72-50. Now let's take a look at the key players of the game. First, for Sioux Center, we're going to go with senior number 3, Willow Bleeker. Bleeker averages 13.4 points per game, shoots 48% from the field, averages 4.5 rebounds, 3.2 assists, and 2.5 steals per game. Bleeker is the team leader in scoring. She leads the team in steals, she leads the team in assists, and she's second on the team in rebounds. For the Central Lyon Lions, our key player of the game is going to be Addison Clostebor. Addison averages 21.7 points per game, shoots 51% from the field, averages 5.3 rebounds per game, 1.9 assists, and 1.9 steals. Addison is a leading scorer on the team, and she is second in rebounds. Addison coming off, as you heard Coach Grafing talk about it last week, Tuesday, setting the school record for points in a game, broke the record. The record was 37 by Hayden Hymanson. That just happened, I do believe, 2 years ago. And Addison broke it with a free throw and shot to get 38 points. Looking at the series history here between these two teams, each team has won 5 of the last 10 meetings. Central Lyon, though, is currently on a 3-game winning streak, including 2 games last year. And as we are getting a new battery put in the wireless mic down at the scorer's table, so we wait for the starting lineups. But both teams winning 5. This is the first meeting of the year. Taking a look at the Siouxland Conference standings. Central Lyon in first place. Sioux Center in third. See the rest of the teams there. Central Lyon, Sibley Cheaton, and Sioux Center are also all ranked by the association. Central Lyon is ranked number 2 in Class 2A. Sibley Cheaton also Class 2A. They are right behind Central Lyon as they are number 3 in the class. And Sioux Center in the brand new rankings have moved up to 6th overall in Class 3A. The regional pairings did come out. When we get a chance, we will talk about those. But first, let's go through the starting lineups for each team. Starting with Sioux Center Warriors. Sioux Center starting lineup will look like this. Number 2, a 5'7" senior, Tatum Schmalbeck. Number 3, a 5'8" senior, Willow Bleeker. Number 11, a 6' senior, Reagan Johnson. Number 12, a 5'10" senior, McKenna Walhoff. And number 13, a 5'10" junior, Corey Harold. For your Lions, their starting lineup looks like this. Number 2, a 5'7" senior, Afton Schlumbum. Number 10, a 5'11" senior, Addison Clostebor. Number 22, a 5'9" senior, Dion Jansma. Number 40, a a 6-foot junior, Desta Hugedorn, and number 44, a 5'7" junior, Riley Weiler. Head coach for Sioux Center is Doug Winterfeld, and for your Central Lyon Lions, head coach is Heather Grafing. We finish up the starting lineups here in the house. We are going to take a short break, and we'll be back after the national anthem as you're watching Siouxland Conference basketball here on the CL Broadcast Network.
The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union encourages positive behavior.
Pride, respect, leadership, and sportsmanship on the court and in the stands. Remember what a great privilege it is to see your team compete.
Thank you for your attendance. Enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
Here's to welcoming moments, big and small. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, with care and coverage. Partner with Avera for more hellos, more hugs, more memories. We'll move you forward through sickness and health, and every milestone in between. Hello possibility, hello healthy, hello life. Avera, moving health forward.
DeNoble Austin & Company PC, certified public accountants, offers a variety of services including payroll, auditing, sales tax, financial statement preparation, and of course, income taxes. Whether you're a farmer, small or large business owner, or just require some assistance with your personal finances, DeNoble Austin & Company PC can save you time and peace of mind with the skills you need and the service you expect. Located in Rock Rapids and Laverne.
When the world changes, you change with it. By embracing new rhythms, redefining connection, and taking less for granted, you push through the uncertainty. And at every point along the way, we stand with you. Because even when your world looks different, our commitment to your care stays the same. Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Ask Seaperda Foltz Insurance and Real Estate in Rock Rapids, Iowa, if Auto Owners make sense for you.
Oh, now you do your job.
And welcome back to Central Lyon High School. Beautiful rendition of the national anthem by some of our seniors. I believe it was Matthew Langholt, Chase Thiedens, Anna Warncheese, and Anna Van Artsen. Set to tip for the Lions, Desta Hugedorn, and for the Warriors, McKenna Walhoff. And we are ready to go. Lions win the tip. Little 1-3-1 trap. Lions get it. Looks like maybe a 2-3, 3-2, or a 1-2-2 zone as there is. That was Klosterboer in the corner. Misses. Down with the rebound was Harold, and here come the Warriors. Push ahead to Schmalbeck over to Bleeker. That was a dump down to Walhoff. Schmalbeck for three, no good. But the rebound down to Walhoff. Loses control of ball, but Jansen able to get it, and Jansen will give the early 2-0 lead. Lions break the press momentarily. That one's knocked out of bounds off the Lions. Schmalbeck will get things started here as she gets over to Bleeker. Looking for the dump down to Walhoff. They get it, and Walhoff too strong. Rebound comes down to Hugedorn. Huggernorn looking to press the pace here a little bit. Sioux Center right into their 1-2-2 press. Schlumbum gets it to Weiler. And Huggernorn will travel before she can get going with her offense. Bleeker with it out top now. That's Harold being guarded by Klostebor. Schmalbeck now over to Jansen. Bleeker. Dumped down to Jansen, and that one is blocked out of bounds by Desta Huggernorn. Jansen gets it back to Bleeker in the corner. Schmalbeck. That's Walhoff for three, no good. Long rebound out to the Warriors. That one blocked again by Huggernorn. And a jump ball will be called. Sioux Center will maintain possession. Bleeker will inbound underneath the basket. Jansen up and in, and Jansen with quick 4 points. A lot of contact down low, no call. No good for the Lions. There's Bleeker. Push ahead to Schmalbeck in the corner, no good. Rebound down to Huggernorn. Now, Lions will look to press the pace again. That one kicked out of bounds off of Willow Bleeker. Lions get the ball at Jansma in the corner. She's trapped. Now Schlumbum with it. Back over to Jansma. Jansma for three. And Dion Jansma with the three-pointer. Now Lions with a little full-court press of their own. Just a little token. Just trying to deny Bleeker the ball. Let someone else bring the ball up for Sioux Center. Schmalbeck with it on the wing. Lions switch that screen. Good ball pressure there by Riley Weiler. Deep in the lane was McKenna Walhoff. And Walhoff gets a turnaround basket. Huggernorn, long two-pointer, no good. Rebound down to Schlumbum, no good. Up again, and this time Schlumbum gets it in. There's Jansen. Jansen will take the wide open three. Nothing going, but Schmalbeck there to get the rebound, and this one will be stolen away by Klostebor. And that's Klostebor too hard on the layup attempt. And now the pace of the game getting up tempo. That one up and in by Walhoff. That one almost stolen away by Bleeker. Coach Grafing yelling out attack. She wants the Lions to attack the basket. That one, no three-pointer, no good by Klostebor. Schmalbeck runs it down. She is trapped. And a timeout will be called by Coach Doug Winterfeld. Just a 30-second timeout. We'll stay here. We'll take this opportunity to take a look at the Class 2A Region 2, where Central Lyon is the number 1 seed. They will have a bye for the first round and play the winner of Boyden Hall and Western Christian. That'll be on February 14th. That will be here in the Central Lyon Gym. The winner of that game will move on to the semifinals, where if Central Lyon is able to move on, they'll face the winner of MMCRU and West Sioux. The number 2 seed in Central Lyon's region would be Hinton. So Central Lyon and Hinton, the 1 and 2 seed for Class 2A Region 2. The finals for each regional final will be played on a neutral site, and that is yet to be determined. They did not release those sites yet, so Central Lyon should play at home for the first 2 rounds if they're able to win the first one. And if they can keep winning, we will let you know where that one is, as well as Jansma steals that one away, and foul will be called on Corey Harold. First foul of the game, as we are 4.5+ minutes in. Send Dion Jansma to the free throw line. That one up and in. Jansma, 57% free throw shooter. It was 1 for 2. Bleeker down at the rebound. Into the game now, number 1, Taya Gissink. For Sioux Center, that is. And number 23, that's Michaelin Vanderwall. Double dribble is the call. Central Lyon will take possession on the turnover. Into the game for the Lions, Alexis Austin. She'll give Riley Weiler a quick break. Margot Scheidemann into the game as well for Sioux Center, as they have 3 subs into the game already. There's Gissing for 3, no good. Rebound down to Clostebor. Lions now will look to push the pace. Sioux Center doing a good job getting into this 1-3-1 or 1-2-2. Not exactly sure what they're running. Even on misses. It's a half-court press. That one's short by Desta Hugedorn. Bleeker with it out top. Dump down to Vanderwall. That one out to Scheidemann, and Scheidemann shoots 42% from behind the arc on the year. Misses that one. And charge. Checking in the game, number 24 for the Lions, Michaela Foyts. And Kennedy Coy, 5'8" senior for Sioux Center. Gissink will bring it up now for the Warriors. That one stolen away by Hugedorn. Good stick-to-it there by Hugedorn. Unfortunately, unable to handle it. As Schmalbach back into the game for Sioux Center. Weiler into the game for the Lions, and seeing her first action of the night for Central Lyon, Ashlyn Davis. So Bleeker will get things going here for Central Lyon. No good. That one will be off of Sioux Center. Lions get it ahead. Weiler over to Austin. That one stolen away by Schmalbach. And missed. Scheidemann gets the rebound, misses again. Scheidemann gets the rebound, has it blocked by Austin. Nice find. As Schlumbum finds Davis down low, unable to get it in, was Ashlyn Davis, but she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Clostebor back into the game for the Lions. Davis, a 40% free throw shooter on the season. And she knocks them both down. Ties it up at 8 here as we go to a minute left here in this first quarter. Very quick first quarter. Schmalbeck on the drive, cut off there by the Lions. Vanderwall with it now. And that will be a charge call on Vanderwall. That is her first. No, that was on Schmalbeck. Her first, team's third. Lions break the press. Good cross-court pass to Austin, but Austin unable to handle it. Schmalbeck will bring it up now for Sioux Center. Good help defense there by the Lions. Prevent the drive down the lane. Bleeker with it now. That was almost stolen away, but then misses the layup. Klossboard down with it. Stops her dribble. That one now is stolen away as it was tipped by Scheidemann, and Scheidemann gets the layup. Lions don't know. They're down to not very much time here. That one's stolen away for a second. Three-pointer at the buzzer. No good. So Sioux Center will take the early 10-8 lead here as we head to the second quarter. And you're watching Lions basketball here on the CL Broadcast Network.
After a long day, deciding on dinner can be tough, but a few simple words can make everything better.
Pizza's here.
End your day the right way with pizza and chicken from the carry-out and delivery experts at your local Pizza Ranch.
Welcome back, Central Lyon High School. Neither team shooting all that great. Unofficially, our stats have Sioux Center at 5 for 18 from the field, which is good for 28%. Central Lyon only 2 for 10 for 20%. Both teams with 9 rebounds, and there were 13 turnovers committed by both teams. And you add them together, and there's 14. That was the 9th turnover by Central Lyon. Bleeker wide open for 3, no good. Weiler down with the rebound. Lions looking to push. Jansma travels. Bleeker bring the ball up here for Sioux Center. Gets over Jansen, back to Bleeker now. That's Harold. Schmalbeck, and a hold. Hold is a call that is on Hagedorn, her second team foul on Central Lyon. There's Bleeker, dumped down. That was Walhoff with the miss. Klossboard down with the rebound. Here come the Lions. Jansma will go to the free throw line. As Deion Jansma taking the offense towards the hoop, something I know Coach Grafing wants them to do. See here on the replay. That foul was called on Reagan Jensen. First one up and in for Deion. And 1 for 2 goes Jansma. Rebound down to Walhoff. Push ahead here by the Warriors. Harold with it now in the corner. Handoff there to Bleeker. Schmalbeck, wide open three-pointer. And that one is good by Tatum Schmalbeck. Schmalbeck shoots 41% from behind the arc, and I'm going to take a wild guess and say if you're going to leave her wide open, she'll shoot better than that. Schlumbum gets it over to Weiler. Now down to Hagedorn. Lions swing it all the way over to Jansma. Jansma gets back out top to Schlumbum. Schlumbum to the corner, back to Jansma. Jansma for three. Dion Jansma. Her second three-pointer of the game. Good assist there by Schlumbum as she looked to attack the seams in that zone and then kick to one of the Lions shooters. So Lions trail by one here. Dump down to Walhoff. Good crossover move. Walhoff gets it up and in. This zone bothering the Lions as Coach Grafing will take a 30-second timeout. We'll stay here. Make sure that we thank our sponsors, Frontier Bank, Pizza Ranch, Premier Bank, Avera Medical Group, DeNoble Austin & Company PC, the Pepsi Beverage Company, Sanford Health, Seaperda, Foltz Insurance, and Real Estate. Earlier, we talked about the Class 2A Region 2. Let's talk about Class 3A Region 6, which is where Sioux Center finds themselves. Only 8 teams in the 3A regions, so 2 less teams than 2A. Sioux Center will play on Saturday, February 11th. They will be at home versus Sheldon. Should they win that game, they'll play the winner of Spirit Lake and Rock Valley on February 15th. The number 2 seed in their region is Unity Christian. And the regional championship will take place on February 18th. Again, a site to be determined, and it is actually for 3A, it will be the higher ranked team will host the regional final. So Sioux Center, more than likely, will host the final if they can make it that far. Not how 2A does it. Scramble for the ball there, jump ball. Sioux Center will maintain possession. Interesting. I did not actually read that about 3A, that the highest remaining ranked team will host the regional final for Class 3A, as I just looked at the what it said for 2A. Didn't realize it was different. Anyway, back to this action. Bleeker down low. Tough shot as Lions able to come down with that one. Lions get a push ahead. There's Schlumbum, and Schlumbum's hitting on the arm from behind. See the Lions finally getting the ball pushed ahead. And that was Bleeker flying in there, getting Schlumbum on the hand. First one up and in for Afton. Afton shooting 52% from the free throw line. Makes the first 2. And Schlumbum makes them all, ties it up at 15. Bleeker will bring it up for the Warriors. Gets over to Schmalbeck. Swing it over to Harrell, or sorry, that's Jansen. Now Bleeker has it. There's Schmalbeck. Thought about the 3. Dribble drive. Jansen from the corner, no good. Rebound is finally corralled by the Lions as Hagedorn able to get it. And now Schlumbum look to get it up for the Lions. Good cut to the basket there by Jansma. Got herself kind of stuck in no man's land. Throwaway, though, from the Warriors. And Addison Clostebor makes them pay as she knocks down her first three-pointer of the game. Jansen over to, that's Harold in the corner. Dump down to Walhoff. That's Jansen wide open from the top of the key, and Jansen ties it back up at 18. It's raining threes here in Rock Rapids. Stolen away by Schmalbeck. Great hands there by Schmalbeck. And Bleeker has that one blocked back in her face by Hagedorn. Vanderwall and Scheidemann in the game for the Warriors. Austin and Davis back in the game for the Lions. That foul was called on Afton Schlembum. That is the third team foul. Vanderwall misses the first one. Vanderwall shoots 46% from the free throw line on the year. She is third on the team in rebounds. She averages 4.2 rebounds per game. Misses both of them, but Hagedorn down with the rebound. Floyd into the game now for the Lions. There's Klosterborn, missed three, and Schmalbach runs down the rebound. Schmalbach, kind of pump fake that one. Put it up no good, and Floyd came down with the rebound. Again, the zone, the length of the Warriors bothering the Lions here. They're not getting any runners through the zone in the middle to try and break it. They're trying to throw it over top, and the length of the Warriors are really causing them issues. There's Harold for three, knocks it down. Back-to-back three-pointers for the Warriors. There the Lions get the ball in the middle. Able to break the press. Good find. That was Floyd to Austin, and Davis goes up with him. Davis is fouled again. So Ashlyn Davis will go back to the free throw line. Good job there by Davis. Good positioning. First one, no good. As Jansen will check back into the game for Sioux Center. Second one up and in for Ashlyn Davis. Back to a two-point game here. Bleeker being guarded by Floyd now. Over to Skeideman in the corner. They swing around to Jansen now. Back over to Vanderwall, almost stolen. And a travel will be the call on Corey Harold. Again, neither coach probably going to be happy with the amount of turnovers that each team has committed. Central Lyon, I do believe, is already over their season average for a whole game. Lions break the press. Davis throws it away. Good hustle there by the Lions to keep that one alive. Austin with it now. Again, ball thrown away by the Lions. Sioux Center pushes it ahead. There's Jansen. Thought about the three, but as she thought about it, she shuffled her feet. So another turnover. Both these teams they are used to being part of games with a lot of turnovers, but usually they are the ones forcing them and not committing them. Bailey Floyd from 10 feet along the baseline knocks it down. Ties it back up at 21. Bleeker almost has that one stolen, the pass stolen away. Vanderwall gets it over to Jansen. Back out to Bleeker now. Vanderwall. Oh, that one down to Skeideman, and Skeideman up the left hand, no good. Now Lions will look to push. Good find, and Jansen knocks it out of bounds. Mass substitutions coming here for Sioux Center if they finally come in the game, as officials were waving them in. Walhoff back in. Gissink back in. And into the game for the first time, or no, back in the game is Kennedy Coy as well. Austin goes baseline, and that one is off of her own foot. Gissink will bring it up. Guarded by Davis. There's Coy with it now. Jansen in the corner. They look for the dump down to Walhoff. Warriors just throwing it around out top. That one stolen away by Alexis Austin. Austin up and in. Gissink will start the offense here. Gets over to Jansen. Dump down again to Walhoff. That one swatted away by Desta Hugedorn. Hugedorn with at least her third or fourth block, as that one knocked out of bounds off of Sioux Center. Lions will inbound. 22 seconds left here, so they do not have to, or they can hold for one. Not a very good sequence of events for the Lions. Schmalbach back in the game. 19 seconds left. Now Sioux Center can hold for the last shot. Bleeker will get things started. Looking for a screen from Jansen. Lions hedge. Bleeker finds Walhoff wide open. Ties it up. Last 5 seconds. And the Lions commit another turnover. Sioux Center gets it in, and they'll just dribble it out. As Lions do win that quarter. 15-13, tie it back up at 23, and that's how we'll head to halftime. Earlier today, I had a chance to sit down and talk to the Central Lyon Georgia Little Rock girls wrestling head coach Jeff Jager, and we will have his interview now to talk about the state qualifying tournament last week and the state tournament coming up. Here's that interview now. Welcome back to the halftime show, being joined now by Central Lyon Georgia Little Rock girls wrestling head coach Jeff Jager. Jeff, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, Coach, let's talk a little bit about the state qualifying meet that was last week, Friday. It was during the day, I believe, 11 o'clock start time.
Yep.
And that was down in Sioux City at the Tyson Event Center. Tell us a little bit about how that went.
Yeah, it was a really cool event. So it was, I think there was 23 teams that were in our region. There's 8 regions around the state. So, again, the girls wrestling is one class. So there's not a 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, anything. It was just one class. There was 188 schools that had girls wrestling this year. And I think there was just about 2,400 girls listed in track wrestling for wrestlers out of this year. There was, I think it was 1,300 more girls out this year in the state of Iowa as there was last year.
Okay.
It was the biggest growth of any state in the nation.
Oh, nice.
By far.
Yeah.
By far. There was some, I read something the other day about that. So I do fully expect going forward that they're going to go to at least 2 classes, hopefully 3. I mean, would be ideal, but at least 2 going forward, which is needed, which has to be done. But this year, it was new. I don't think the state, anybody expected it to grow and to do what it did.
Right.
So it's awesome. It's cool to see. But getting back to the regional tournament, so it was at Tyson's Event Center in Sioux City. 11 o'clock start. There was, I think, 23 teams in our region, and the top 4 at each weight would go to state.
And then at Tyson Event Center, it's kind of a unique thing because it was Region 1 and Region 2.
Yep.
So they had 8 mats set up, correct?
Yep.
The first, however you want to divide it, the first 4 had one regional, the second 4 had the second regional. So they're actually about 45-ish teams total competing.
Yep.
Now you obviously were in different
different
brackets and things
sides.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
So a little bit different than probably our girls were really used to because it was a true tournament.
Yep.
Wrestlebacks all the way to true 4th place.
Yep.
So a little bit different for that. Maybe explain for our basketball viewers what exactly a true 4th place means.
Yeah. So boys wrestling at sectionals and districts. Now it's just districts this year, but in years past there was a true 2nd place. So if you would make it to the finals and you would lose in the semifinals, and the kid that was on the opposite side of the other semifinal would win, you would wrestle them for a true second place. So it's basically if you didn't wrestle that kid in that day previously, they would have a chance to get a true second place. So it was the same way that with the girls this year, but it was just for a fourth place. So if you would lose a third and fourth place match, and the girl who won the fifth and sixth place match you hadn't wrestled previously in that day, they would have a chance to wrestle you for that true fourth. If you beat the girl that got fifth and you got fourth, then it was over. Then you were a state qualifier.
So a little bit different than maybe what the basketball fans are used to watching. And some people get a little confused as it's probably the right way to do it. It's just a little bit different way of getting there.
Yeah, yep, it is.
Now 16, or they technically had 32 man brackets.
Yep.
But I think they end up being 16 was the most in a bracket.
Yes, yep. So 22, 23 teams, whatever it was, not very many of those teams had full rosters. Right. So it was a lot of 16-man brackets basically is what it was to qualify. Still very tough, very grueling. I mean, there's a rule in boys wrestling for the state of Iowa. You can only wrestle 5 matches in a day.
Yep.
Well, it wasn't that way for the girls this year because there was just more girls than what they thought. So they had to get rid of that rule for at least the regional tournament. They will probably for the state tournament too. Maybe since it's a 2-day 32, maybe nobody will have to wrestle 6 matches in a day. But Riley Weiler had to wrestle 6 matches on Friday. Did an amazing job, and we'll talk about those girls later. Emily Winkle wrestled 5. Lily wrestled 5. I think Brooklyn Van Hollen wrestled 5. So I mean, we were put to the test on Friday, and the girls responded better than what I could ever imagine.
Another thing, a little bit different from people maybe used to watching wrestling in the past, the 45-minute rule in between matches.
Yep.
This year, for the girls, was waived, correct?
Yes, yeah. And I think most of them had 45 minutes between their matches, but there has been, when we wrestled in Harrisburg in South Dakota, they waived that.
Okay.
So different rules from different states and stuff. But if the girls got 45 minutes between matches, it was maybe 46 minutes. There wasn't much break. I mean, we started at 11, and we went till right around 6, and it was nonstop.
Yeah.
I mean, it was nonstop action, and we were lucky enough to have a lot of girls make it a long way in the tournament. We were busy. The girls were busy. Luckily, Coach Eben and Coach Konechki came along and helped Coach Van Beek and I because they were in the corners a lot. We were busy the entire day, and that was awesome. That's what we wanted. That's what made it special that entire day.
Yeah, you look. When you get 4 mats going on and you are filling basically. I think we had 10 of the weight classes filled.
Yep.
So, and when they're back to back to back, sometimes you might end up with. And I know for watching, following on track wrestling for sure, we had 3 girls wrestling at once at one point. So I was sitting in the office and I was like, well, it's a good thing that Coach Eben and Coach Konechki are there because otherwise, with 2 coaches and 3 girls wrestling at the same time, someone's got to be with nobody in their corner. So it was a good thing that those guys came.
Yep, the entire year, and that goes for the whole girls. Friday was, it was so cool to see, and those girls just battled. So I mean, it was a tough tournament. It was so tough, and there were so many opportunities to just cash it in, and none of them did. Not one of the girls did that. And they got a lot to be proud of. And, the future is very, very bright for them.
And then now moving on, starting on Thursday, the girls' state tournament starts. Yep. I believe it's like at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Is when we start.
Yep.
When they start with that.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the format. And first off, it's in Coralville.
Yep.
So,
so where they had state volleyball.
Yep. Same as state volleyball, where the new state volleyball was.
Yes.
That's where they'll have the girls' state tournament as well.
Yep. It's 32-person bracket, and again 1 class. So it's we start, and it's a 2-day. So again, I think things will change going forward.
Right.
But this is what it is. It's how it's set up, and it's good. I mean, it's a good problem to have that there's a lot of girls and a lot of interest in it. Starts at 9 in the morning. We got weigh-ins at 7 on Thursday morning. The first session goes from 9 to they figure 3 o'clock. Mm-hmm. May go later than that. Second session is Thursday from 5 to 9. Wake up, weigh-ins at 7 o'clock in the morning on Friday. Session from 9 to 3 o'clock. And then Friday, the last session, so like the final session, I believe, is at 6 o'clock. So in the finals will be first, third, and fifth place matches.
So it'll be a little bit different from the way the boys, because the boys have 3 mats with 3 classes for championships. Yes. The girls will have just their first, third, and fifth place match for each weight class. I'm assuming on the final session on Friday night, I'm assuming they'll probably do it the same as the boys. They'll start one weight class, wait for all 3 to finish. I do believe it'll be on the Iowa Girls Association's YouTube channel.
Yes.
I believe it'll be on
the whole tournament might be.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. For sure, the championship round will be on, I believe, Iowa Public Television, just like the other girls' sports are. We'll have all that information out on our social media pages for the school to make sure that everyone knows where to watch it if you're watching. If you're going, tickets are purchased online just like any other. It was kind of weird, not weird, but the tournament last week was the first postseason event in like the last 2 years where you didn't have to purchase it online. You could get it at the door, but you're going right back to everything must be online for tickets going forward. So if you're headed out there on Thursday or Friday to watch in person, make sure you get your tickets in advance. That link can be found on our Facebook and Twitter, as well as the association's website. But we want to wish you guys the best of luck. There will be a pep rally tomorrow morning, 10:40, I believe, in the morning here at Central Lyon. So if you're watching this during the game tonight, you're welcome to come out. If you're watching it later, I guess you missed it. But it'll be tomorrow morning, 10:40 in the morning. But Coach, I want to thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
And congratulations on a great season, and good luck on the tournament.
Yep, thank you.
All right, we'll be back with more of the halftime show after these words from our sponsors.
The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union encourages positive behavior.
Pride, respect, leadership, and sportsmanship on the court and in the stands. Remember what a great privilege it is to see your team compete.
Thank you for your attendance. Enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
Welcome back for some second half action as Central Lyon and Sioux Center tied up at 23 apiece as we get set here. Do apologize, I think our audio is off a little bit as we had to take the entire streaming setup apart and get ready to try and go to Sioux Center last week Saturday to broadcast the Sioux Conference Wrestling Tournament. Of course, then the wrestling tournament got postponed, and I put everything back together yesterday and today, and something didn't go back in the right order, or something not playing nicely. But Deion Jansma playing nicely. That's her 10th points. Jansma leads the Lions tonight. Only averages about 6 points per game, so well over her season average already. Schmalbeck with it for the Warriors. Hand off there to Bleeker. Bleeker dribble drive. That one up and no good by Walhoff, and Walhoff will be called for the foul. So unofficial stats here, as I've got some 8th grade boys doing stats. Looks like Caleb Quaker and Mason Herbert doing stats for us, and Jackson Piletsky running the video board for everyone here in the gym. Both teams shooting 33% from the field for that first half. So neither team shooting the ball all that well. There's Jansma now with it for the Lions. Skip pass to Schlumbum. Dunk down. Again, the long arms of Sioux Center are just giving the Lions all kinds of fits. Not used to this length. There's Schmalbeck for 3. No good. And the rebound will be thrown out of bounds by Sioux Center. Good hustle there by Harold to try and get that rebound, but unable to control it. And Lions will get the ball. Again, 1-2-1-1, full court or 3-quarter court press here, and they'll fall back into a over and back as a call. Another turnover by Central Lyon. The one statistic where the Lions are just dominating right now are free throw percentages. They're shooting 80%. to 0% for Sioux Center. Schmalbeck gets that one to go. Another almost over and back call. Jansma long three, no good. That is Bleeker with the rebound. A little difficult to tell from where I'm at up here. Harold with it now. There's Schmalbeck, wide open, no good. Jansen, no, but Bleeker gets the ball. Down low, no good. And here come the Lions again. Lions will inbound underneath their own basket. Get it into Huggenhorn. Over to Jansma. Jansma goes up with it. And Jansma will go to the free throw line. Foul is on number 11. Reagan Jansen. Again, I will continue to play around with the audio as much as I can. And Jansma gives the Lions a 2-point lead. So now Bleeker with it. That's Schmalbeck. Lions now with the 4-point lead, largest lead of the game so far for the Lions, as they have back-to-back buckets. Jansen with it now for the Lions. Good. Bad. Up and in for Willow Bleeker. Lions answer, and now back to a 4-point lead. Again, sorry for the audio troubles. However, just be glad that you're listening to a broadcast where we can actually make adjustments. As Bleeker gets it down low. Double team by the Lions. Jansen now with it. Under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Jansen hasn't knocked out of bounds, but it will remain Sioux Center basketball. Jansen, good move, no good, but Weiler, I do believe, will be called for the foul. That is Weiler's second personal foul, second team foul. Floyd into the game for the Lions. And Jansen, no good. But Vanderwall has that one blocked back into her face. Another block. We don't keep official block stats up here. That's got to be at least 5 for Huggenhorn. And the Lions answer, and Addison Clostowar with the three-pointer. Schmalbeck with it. Vanderwall, that is now Harold. Back to Vanderwall. She'll drive baseline, cut off by the Lions, and that one will be a call to foul as Hudorn missed the ball and hit Vanderwall right across the top of her head. And Vanderwall up and in. Thanks to everyone that's texting me, telling me my audio is bad. I know, I'm working on it. That one, no good. Rebound down to Harold. No good again, and Floyd finally with the rebound. So Schlumbum now. Bring it up. Lions get it over to Klostevor in the corner. Good close out there by Sioux Center. Another skip pass by the Lions. Schlumbum down the middle of the lane hits the deck. Ashlyn Davis for three, no good. And rebound comes down to Corey Harold for Sioux Center. Schmalbeck with it, goes baseline. Foul will be called on Austin. Second personal foul on Alexis Austin. Just the fourth on the Lions. Only two on Sioux Center so far. Pretty clean game. There's Harold wide open in the corner, no good. Scheidemann down at the rebound. And that one almost thrown out of bounds there. They find Schmalbeck down low. Schmalbeck kicks to Scheidemann. Scheidemann for three. Margot Scheidemann, who is actually the second leading scorer for Sioux Center with 9.1 points per game. She comes off the bench. That one's stolen away by Bleecker. Now Willow Bleecker, no good. Rebound down to Harold. And another quick timeout called by Coach Winterfeld. Looks like another 30-second timeout. We'll stay here. Upcoming events here on the CL Broadcast Network this Saturday, weather permitting, obviously, as we will have the conference wrestling tournament. We will broadcast that, as Central Lyon broadcast that every year. 10 a.m. start time this Saturday. Mitch Lupkus will be on the call. I will be there. I don't know very much about wrestling, so I will just be running the broadcast and helping Mitch wherever I can. Then next Tuesday, we will have home basketball versus George Little Rock. That will be the end of the regular season for the girls. And then Thursday, February 9th, end of the regular season for the boys, we'll have boys basketball versus Rock Valley here from the gym. That is a boys-only game, as the girls will be done on Tuesday. Sioux Center will be back in action on Friday as they will face West Lyon at home. The Lions also are off until Friday as they will head to Sibley-Ochedon. By far the toughest stretch of the year for the Lions as they play Sioux Center tonight, who is ranked 6th in Class 3A. They will play at Sibley-Ochedon on Friday, who is ranked 3rd in Class 2A, and they'll be right back against Sioux Center on Monday, and that will be at Sioux Center. So a very tough stretch here of 7 days. Warriors get that one into Harold. Now Bleecker dumped down to Vanderwall. Vanderwall has it poked away by Jansma, and Davis comes away with a steal. Ashlyn Davis has that one stolen away by Schmalbeck, and Davis will commit the foul. Schlumbum back into the game. Bleecker gets it up to Schmalbeck. Dump down into Vanderwall in the lane. That's a three-pointer by Harold, and Harold knocks down the three. So Corey Harold, not Carey, Corey Harold ties it back up at 34. Jansma skip passes it over to Floyd. Down low to Jansma. Dion Jansma, no good. Rebound down to Bleecker. There's Schmalbeck from the third or fourth time. She shot it right from that spot. This one finally goes in. As Schmalbeck struggling, she's 2 for 7 from behind the arc tonight. Shoots 41%. Ten-second call on the Lions. Coach Grafing will take a 30-second timeout. Lions did have it up to a 6-point lead for this run by Sioux Center. Once again, we'll take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, Frontier Bank, Pizza Ranch, Premier Bank, Avera Medical Group, DeNoble Austin & Company PC, the Pepsi Beverage Company, Sanford Health, and Siebert Foltz Insurance and Real Estate. So both teams shooting better from the field as they've improved their overall percentage. Central Lyon now 10 for 25 for 40%. Sioux Center 15 for 43 for 35%. Rebounds about even, 22 for Sioux Center, 21 for the Lions. However, the Lions have 22 turnovers to just 12 committed by the Warriors. And a travel. Another turnover. Kind of what you expect, two very good defensive teams. Forcing a lot of turnovers. And a foul as Vanderwall shoves Austin. That is Vanderwall's third foul and the third team foul of the half. Schlumbaum will get the offense started here for Central Lyon. There's Jansma. Dion Jansma for three, and Jansma continues to be hot from the field. That is 17 points on the night unofficially for Dion. Now she is keeping the Lions in this game. Sioux Center can hold for one if they want. They get over to Scheidemann for a wide open three. No good. Hits the backboard. That one blocked. Now Hugedorn over to Klostebor. Klostebor for three is fouled. So see here on the replay in transition, Schmalbeck, looks like from our angle, it's kind of hard to tell. It looks like maybe she hit her on the shoulder. That is Schmalbeck's second foul, fourth on the team. As Klostebor shoots 78% from the line. By far the best on the team. Kind of a slow night for Addison, just 8 points so far. And misses that one. And no shot taken by the Warriors. We'll head to the fourth quarter. Lions with a 2-point advantage, 39-37. You're watching Sioux Lane Conference basketball here on the CL Broadcast Network.
My grandpa came over here. That's why we're here. Just friendly people. The staff, the whole group. Makes you feel like you're part of a family. And if you know a fireman at all, you need a banker. They have their ups and downs, and so do firemen. And they stay with you as long as you're straightforward and honest with them, and they're honest with us, and they're community minded.
After a long day, deciding on dinner can be tough, but a few simple words can make everything better.
Pizza's here!
End your day the right way with pizza and chicken from the carry-out and delivery experts at your local Pizza Ranch.
Back here in Rock Rapids as we get set for the final 8 minutes. At least the final 8 minutes of regulation. Both teams go back to their starters. Bleecker, Schmalbeck, Harold, Walhoff, and Vanderwall for Sioux Center. Klosterboer, Huggenhorn, Schlumbum, Jansma, and Weiler for Central Lyon. Sioux Center start with the ball. Bleecker, that one out to Schmalbeck. Almost knocked away. Jansen now. And nice hands. Willow Bleecker ties it back up. Bleecker leads the team in scoring, having a kind of a, not an off night, but a hard night tonight. Lions almost throw that one away. Try a little high-low action, nothing going there. Schlumbum over to Jansma. And Jansma saw Schlumbum wide open underneath, but the long arms of Sioux Center get their fingers on it. Harold for three, no good. Both teams put up a lot of threes, as that is the 19th three-point attempt by Sioux Center. And Riley Weiler up and in with the reverse layup. Heard Coach Jeff Jager talk about Riley's state qualifying wrestling tournament last Friday. Harold with it now. Sioux Center a little out of whack here offensively. Harold will drive and will be fouled. I did fail to mention, Coach Jager's interview went longer than what we could show you at halftime. We do have the whole thing, and we will be posting it. We'll be on our Central Lyon YouTube channel. So if you search, well, you're watching our Central Lyon YouTube channel, but tomorrow I'll have that posted, the full 16-minute interview with Coach Jager, where he talks a little bit more about each girl and how they did in the tournament. Not about every single one of them, but most of them. I had to cut that out due to time constraints here at halftime. First one, no good. Second one up and in for Harold. Lions down to a 1-point lead now. Lions get it across. Try and find Klosterboer in the corner. Over to Jansma. Dion Jansma for three, no good. Great box out there by Tatum Schmalbeck. Held Jansma off, just let the ball come to her. And great defensive play there by Afton Schlumbum as she anticipated that cut. She got her hand on it. Now Schlumbum will push ahead. Over to Jansma. Finds Riley Weiler wide open, and Weiler extends the lead back to three for Central Lyon as Riley Weiler coming alive here in the second half. Or especially this fourth quarter, I should say. She's got 2 buckets. Huggenhorn will be have that as a block, and Jansen, and that will be called as a jump ball. But it is Central Lyon's possession. So Central Lyon officials not doing a very good job here controlling the game at the moment, as nobody knows whose ball it is. Just got to blow your whistle, let them know, get things moving. And then we have an inadvertent horn, so everyone kind of losing a little bit here. Lions push it across. Schlumbum thought about the long three, pushes out to Klosterboer. She'll take a three, no good, and that goes close to being out of bounds, but Schlumbum tried to save it, and she's out of bounds. Once again, real close to our courtside camera down there in that corner. That's I got the longest cord I can find for that iPad down there. It's almost been ran into about every game, I think. Is our broadcast producer, Coach Jason Heiser, agreeing with me. Full timeout here, taken first full timeout of the game, so we're going to take it with them as you're watching Lions basketball here on the CL Broadcast Network.
The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union encourages positive behavior.
Pride, respect, leadership, and sportsmanship on the court and in the stands. Remember what a great privilege it is to see your team compete.
Thank you for your attendance. Enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
My grandpa came over here. That's why we're here. Just friendly people. The staff, the whole group. Makes you feel like you're part of a family. And if you know a fireman at all, you need a banker. They have their ups and downs, and so do firemen. And they stay with you as long as you're straightforward and honest with them, and they're honest with us, and they're community minded.
And we're back here in Rock Rapids as taking a look outside at the very cold night here in northwest Iowa. Hopefully we'll start warming up at some point and melting a little bit of the snow. As see all the snow pushed around there, not really sure where we're going to go with it after that tonight. Sioux Center basketball out of the timeout. They trail by 3. Let's see what Coach Winterfeld drew up in that timeout. Schmalbeck gets to Bleeker. Bleeker will dribble drive. That one wildly thrown up. Good pass down to Harrell, but unable to get it up and in as now the Lions look to push, and nice hustle by Harrell as she gets the steal. Great hustle there by the junior. Back where we started here after that timeout. Hagedorn gets the steal. Klosterboer no good, gets her own rebound and is fouled by Jansen. So unable to get in the first time there was Addison Klosterboer, but she gets it back up. Probably a good foul. It's Jansen's 3rd foul, 5th on the team. First one up and in. Kennedy Coy will check in for Harold. And Klosterboer knocks them both down. Floyd and Austin back into the game for the Lions as both teams looking to get some rest for their starters here, as anticipating the last 2 minutes of this game probably to be fast-packed action. Want to make sure everyone's got as much rest as they can. Bleeker with it now. Dump down low, stolen away by the Lions. Good help defense there by Schlumbum to get her hand on it. Schlumbum over to Hagedorn. Swing over to Klosterboer. Now it's the Lions who need to reset and get something going here on offense. There's Floyd. High-low. Hagedorn. And Schlumbum, wild shot in the lane, but it goes in as the Lions were getting down on the shot clock. Coy with it now for Sioux Center. She'll wait. Now Bleeker. Back to Coy. Goes baseline, kick out to Jansen. Jansen for 3, short, rebound down to Klosterboer. $15 seconds left here now on the shot clock. The Lions need to get some offense going. Now we're down to 10. Got to do something now. Schlumbum. That one off of Afton Schlumbum. So an empty possession there for the Lions as Scheidemann and Vanderwall back in for Sioux Center. Bleeker. That's over to Coy. Now Scheidemann with it. A little 5-out offense here being played by Sioux Center. Scheidemann with it, as that was loose for a second. Shot clock, no change of possession, so no change on the shot clock. Vanderwall will go baseline. And nice tough shot by Vanderwall as Austin stood straight up, so you can't really call a foul. But Vanderwall able to control it. Full timeout taken by Coach Grafing, so we'll take it with him as you're watching Lions basketball here on the CL Broadcast Network.
After a long day, deciding on dinner can be tough, but a few simple words can make everything better.
Pizza's here!
End your day the right way with pizza and chicken from the carryout and delivery experts at your local Pizza Ranch.
The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union encourages positive behavior.
Pride, respect, leadership, and sportsmanship on the court and in the stands. Remember what a great privilege it is to see your team compete.
Thank you for your attendance. Enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
And we're back here at Central Lyon as we get set for the final minute, 47 seconds here of this game. Lions get it across. Risky pass there by the Lions. They're already deep in the shot clock, though. Good cross-court pass. And that'll be stolen away by Scheidemann, the sophomore. Not filling up the stat sheet from the... Sorry, what's... The shot clock did not reset, so they're going to put 30 seconds on the shot clock. As I was saying, Scheidemann, second leading scorer, not lighting it up from there, but giving good defensive effort. She only has 4 points so far tonight. Schmalbeck with it. Over to Harold. Now Vanderwall with it. Back to Schmalbeck. Schmalbeck for three, no good. And Klossmoor down with the rebound. Lions look to push. And up and in. Desta Hugedorn. Bleeker will bring it up. Bleeker wide open layup. Not very good communication there by the Lions. As that one goes in. 30-second timeout taken by Coach Winterfeld. We remind everyone, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you know when we post videos or when we start our live broadcasts. Sioux Center fans, you can subscribe as well so you can make sure you find our channel. Central Lyon fans, make sure you subscribe to the Sioux Center Warriors channel. That is the name of their YouTube channel, Sioux Center Warriors. We want to thank them for providing the free service along with some of the other schools that do provide a free service of watching the games and don't charge you to watch them. So Sioux Center with the ball, or sorry, Central Lyon with the ball. After that basket by Bleeker, 5-point lead for the Lions. Sioux Center will have to foul as the Lions get it in. They get it across. Worst case scenario is that. That is not what Coach Winterfeld wanted. As the Lions able to break that press, get it ahead, and then Hugedorn makes the basket, and now we'll go to the line for a three-point play. Schmalbeck and Bleeker back into the game. As you see on your screen as our producer, Jason Heiser, showing you the season averages for Hugedorn. Misses that one. But now back to a 7-point lead. Scheidemann over to Schmalbeck. They've got to get a shot up here. There's Harold with it. Harold, nice scoop shot, up and in. Sioux Center only has 1 timeout left. And a foul will be called here to send Addison Clostebor to the free throw line. Last 12 seconds here. We'll make sure we thank all of our helpers. We've got a bunch of 8th grade boys up here. Caleb Quaker been running stats for us, along with, looks like Egan Peterson helping them right now. Jackson Poletsky running the video board for everybody here in the gym. And of course, our broadcast producer, Jason Heiser. As Clostebor makes the first one. The Lions back to 6-point lead and makes them both 7-point lead now, 12 seconds. Sioux Center is going to need some very quick shots and maybe a little bit of help from somebody. That one blocked again by Hagedorn, and that'll do it. So Central Lyon remains perfect. And one of their best wins of the year, 53-46 over a very good Sioux Center Warriors team. Leading the Lions in scoring tonight is Dion Jansman with 17. Addison Clostebor led the way with 8 rebounds for the Warriors. Walhoff led with 10 points, and Corey Harold led the way with 8 rebounds. We will take a short break here as we reset everything for the boys' game. And we will be back with pregame of the boys' game here in just a couple of minutes. I want to thank you all for watching, and we'll be back after these words from our sponsors.
My grandpa came over here. That's why we're here. Just friendly people. The staff, the whole group. Makes you feel like you're part of a family. And if you know a fireman at all, you need a banker. They have their ups and downs, and so do firemen. And they stay with you as long as you're straightforward and honest with them, and they're honest with us, and they're community minded.
After a long day, deciding on dinner can be tough, but a few simple words can make everything better.
Pizza's here.
End your day the right way with pizza and chicken from the carry-out and delivery experts at your local Pizza Ranch.
Back here in Rock Rapids as we get set for our boys' half of this doubleheader. Let's take a look here at some of the team comparison and stats. Sioux Center comes into tonight 10-5 overall, 9-4 in Siouxland Conference play. The Lions are 13-1 overall and 12-1 in Siouxland Conference action. Sioux Center averages 62.1 points per game. They shoot 42% from the field, average 30.6 rebounds, 12.5 assists, and 8.4 steals per game. They also shoot 61% from the free throw line, and they average 14 turnovers per game. Central Lyon, on the other hand, they average 75.6 points per game. They shoot 52% from the field, average 36.1 rebounds, 16.1 assists, and 9.2 steals per game. Central Lyon shoots 67% from the field, and they average 10.6 turnovers per game. Earlier today, Coach Gerleman and I did have a chance to sit down and talk a little bit about last week's games and tonight's matchup. We'll have that interview now. Let's start by the game from last Tuesday. That was a 78-57 win over Boyden Hall. How did the team play in that one?
It was a slow start. The first half wasn't really kind of what we were hoping. I think the first time we played them, we beat them by like 40, and I think our kids maybe just didn't have the level of focus they needed early on. And Boyden Hall has gotten a lot better. They are substantially better than what they were in the beginning of the year. So they came out and played really, really well. We did not play our best, but we still had a lead at half. And then I thought the third quarter we really put the screws on it a little bit and tightened things up and played really well and got a big lead and kind of coasted from there, I guess.
Yeah, I thought the third quarter came out, played really good defense, better transition, offense, those sorts of things. Like I said, Boyden Hall, the first time we played them, it was like the third game for some of those kids ever in varsity, if not maybe the first or second. Yeah. So a lot of experience from the beginning of December until the end of January.
They were playing pretty much a whole new team at the beginning of the year. And so those kids have got a lot better, and Coach Heyer's doing a really nice job with them. So it was a good win for us. Didn't play our best, and that has kind of trickled over a little bit, throughout the whole last week. So hopefully things turn around for us tonight.
Let's talk about last Friday. Westline, unfortunately, did suffer the first loss of the year. That was a 56-55 loss. Tell us a little bit about how that one went.
It was a typical Central Lyon Westline game. I mean, didn't have anything in it that we weren't expecting. Yep. I thought we were pretty passive, and we settled for a lot of stuff early that we probably shouldn't have, and we didn't shoot the ball well, and they came out and played lights out the first 5 minutes of the game. Yep. And so we fell behind. I thought our kids did a great job of battling back, and at least got back into the game and didn't let it get too far away from us, which gave us a chance in the second half to come out and play pretty well, and just ended up a little short.
Yeah, echoing those same. It's one of the rare away game. This year seems like we have a lot more away games on Fridays, so a little bit easier to make it over to some of those games. But I thought we played a great third quarter. Maybe a little too slow of a start, and then you got to spend a lot of energy overcoming it, and just kind of make it.
Yeah, we tell kids all the time that you can never win a game in the first quarter, but you can lose it. Yeah. You're still, if you're the team that gets off to a great start, you're still going to have to make plays down the stretch to win the game. But, if you're the team that falls behind, you can fall so far behind that it takes so much energy to get back into the game and try to take the lead that you just kind of run out of gas. But all in all, it was just a really good high school basketball game. It was honestly probably what our team needed. Not necessarily the loss, but we needed the game. We needed it to play out the way that it did. Would have loved to have won the game, but I do think it served as a reminder to our kids that, hey, well, nothing's guaranteed. And we showed that we were human. We showed that, we're 16, 17, 18-year-old kids that aren't going to be perfect all the time. And that's just what happened. And give Westline a lot of credit. They are an extremely good basketball team. And people don't realize it, but they are really, really good. And so we had our chance to win. It felt like everything that could go their way the last 2-3 minutes of the game did, which ended up causing, the game to be basically decided by, a scramble play where we accidentally foul a kid, and next thing you know, they're making 2 free throws to win.
And, not the end of the world. Keep moving on. Go to George Little Rock the next day. Game that got pushed back a little bit, but a 71-42 victory over there. What did you think about that one?
It was good to get back out. We had talked to the kids about that Friday night, that the best thing for us is just get back out there and play. I did think there was a little carryover effect from the night before in the first half. We just didn't quite have the energy maybe we needed. But it was, again, just really good to get back out there. I thought George Little Rock played outstanding and shot the ball really well the first half. And that said, we were still up, I think, 14 or 16 at half. And, did just a really nice job of getting that loss out of our system and getting out of the way. And the game on Saturday really helped us get back on track to where yesterday in practice we had a really good practice. So hopefully things are all squared away, and we're still not where we need to be. We got a lot of things to work on, but all in all, as disappointing as the weekend was, to get over the loss and get back into the win column against George was a really good feeling.
And that, welcome into Sioux Center tonight. No slouch in themselves, the Warriors. First time, we haven't seen them yet this year, kind of a weird schedule. We'll play them tonight and play them again on Monday. What are we going to see out of them?
You're going to see a team that looks the part. They're athletic. They're big. They try to play fast, but they're the type of team that's really streaky. They could go out and score 80, or they could go out and score 40. Mm-hmm. And so just depends on what team shows up for them and what team shows up for us to bring out the team in them. So it's going to be a good game. It's a game we hopefully will take care of business and get off to a good start and play well. And if we do that, we should be in good shape.
So what will be one or two keys to Central Lyon coming away with that victory?
A few things. So defensively, we just have to play harder and better at times. We've been getting off to pretty slow starts, and so we gotta shore that up and not just let teams kind of play at the pace they want to play at early on in the game. And so defensively, we're going to have to be really good, and offensively, we're going to need to attack the basket and not settle for jump shot after jump shot after jump shot. So if we can do those two things, and I think our bench kids are going to be a really big factor tonight. Like, the kids that don't even get in the game they can play such a big role into the way the game is played out, just by where they're at and by how vocal they are, that they're going to be a really important part of our game tonight. And so hopefully they step up to that challenge and they can provide some of what we've maybe been missing from those guys at the end of the bench who don't always get in, that they can still affect the game. And so hopefully that will happen tonight.
All right. Well, hopefully we can see the Lions in the victory column tonight. Thank you for joining us today. And we'll be back with more of the pregame show after these words from our sponsors.
After a long day, deciding on dinner can be tough. But a few simple words can make everything better.
Pizza's here!
End your day the right way with pizza and chicken from the carry-out and delivery experts at your local Pizza Ranch. Mm-hmm.
And welcome back to Rock Rapids, where we're getting set for the boys' half of this doubleheader. Let's take a look at the last 5 games for both of these teams. Each of them are 4-1. Sioux Center lost their last game. It was at MOC Floyd Valley, 54-40. Then they had wins at home versus Sheldon, Okoboji, and Unity Christian, and a win on the road at Rock Valley. The Lions won at George Little Rock this past Saturday, then suffered their first defeat of the season last Friday over at West Lyon. Before that, they had 2 wins at home, Boyden Hall and MOC Floyd Valley, and then a win on the road at Sheldon. Looking at the series history between these two teams, Central Lyon has won 6 of the last 10 meetings. Again, this is the first meeting of this year with the postponement from earlier in the season. Take a look at the Siouxland Conference standings as they stand right now. See Central Lyon in first place, Sioux Center in 4th place. MOC Floyd Valley and West Lyon in between there. Boys Association doing something new this year as they are putting out their own team rankings. Central Lyon, who had been ranked number 1 all year before the loss, New rankings did come out today, or sorry, not today, yesterday, on Monday. Lions now ranked number 2 behind Western Christian, so the number 1 and number 2 ranked teams up here in Northwest Iowa. In Class 3A, and we'll see Floyd Valley moving back up in the standings as they had fallen. They were as high as 2, had fallen down to, I think, 5th, and now back up to 4th as they are in Class 3A. Let's take a look at the key players of the game. First for Sioux Center Warriors. We're going to go with senior number 4, Kyler Fritz. Fritz averages 18.1 points per game. He shoots 49% from the field, averages 6.5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2.9 steals per game. Fritz is the leading scorer on the team. He also leads the team in rebounds and steals. For the Lions, our key player of the game is going to be senior guard number 14, Zach Lutmer. Lutmer averages 19.9 points per game, shoots 54% from the field, averages 5.5 rebounds and 5.5 assists per game, along with 2.8 steals. Lutmer is the team leader in scoring, assists, and steals, and he is 3rd on the team in rebounds. Sioux Center boys are coached by Coach Brian Schmalbeck, and the Lions are coached by Coach Ben Gerleman. Sioux Center, a very balanced scoring attack after Fritz, as they have 3 players that average 8-point-something points per game. I think it goes 8.7, 8.6, and 8.5, so very, very balanced. The Lions, on the other hand, very top-heavy with their top 3, and that is basically it for the Lions. Taking a look here at the starting lineups, we'll start with the Sioux Center Warriors. Starting for Sioux Center will be number 3. That is number 3, senior Tavian Maassen. Number 4, senior Kyler Fritz. Number 24, senior Tyler Roseberry. Number 34, junior Cale Van Beek. And number 40, junior Carson Brunn. And now for Central Lyon, their starting lineup looks like this. Number 3, senior Josh Elbert. Number 4, junior Reese Vanderzee. Number 14, senior Zach Lutmer. Number 15, senior Andrew Austin. And number 24, sophomore Efren Hofert. So, both teams very upperclassmen dominant, as Lions will play probably 2 sophomores tonight, otherwise all juniors and seniors. Not sure about Sioux Center, but their top, I believe, 8 scorers are all upperclassmen. A little different in the conference this year, as the last couple of years it's been very young. Obviously, if you're very young in the conference, and as you a year or 2 later, you're going to be back in the more of the upperclassmen dominance. So, Fritz and Austin will start, and Sioux Center will start with the ball. Fritz with it out top. Van Beek dumped down to Brunn. Wide open three-pointer, no good. That was Roseberry. That's Van Beek, drives baseline, cut off by the Lions. They find Roseberry, now over to Brunn. Now Fritz with it again, being guarded by Vanderzee. Van Beek swings it over to Fritz. Brunn no good, and Lutmer down with the rebound. And first it'll be called out of bounds. One 1-3-1 zone being played here by Sioux Center. Gets it over to Albert. Has it sort of tipped away there. Austin gets it over to Ephraim Hofert. Hofert in the corner, and Ephraim Hofert with the three-pointer. Hofert's been struggling a little bit from the field, so that's a great start for the Lions. Get him involved. Roseberry with it, over to Brunn. Now Fritz sets a screen. And Fritz has his pocket picked there by Vanderzee. And going to the basket is Lutmer as he's fouled by Van Beek. Not letting Lutmer get the open layup. Lutmer will head to the line. First one up and in. Lutmer shoots 71% on the year. Knocks them both down. Van Beek will bring it up here for the Warriors. Fritz gets over Roseberry, now back to Brunn. Masson with it. That one almost stolen. Roseberry, wide open three-pointer, no good. Rebound down to Andrew Austin. And now the Lions look to get out and run a little bit. There's Vanderzee, wide open corner shot, and Reese Vanderzee knocks down the triple. Quickly ahead here is Sioux Center. That one stolen away. Vanderzee up and no good. Fritz now, and Fritz is fouled. Fritz shoots 64% from the free throw line on the year. Makes 1 of 2 to get Sioux Center in the scoring column. Matt Albert checks into the game for the Lions. Replaces his brother Josh, as he has 2 fouls here in the first 2.5 minutes of this game. Andrew Austin wide open. Backboard. Bank is open for Andrew. Austin shoots 57% from the field. There's Van Beek. And Lutmer sticks his hand in there. Gets called for the foul. Van Beek misses, but he'll go to the line and shoot 2. First one up and in. Van Beek shoots 71% on the year. As Briggs Friedman checks in, along with Miles Skeideman and Ethan Fink for Sioux Center. That one no good. 1 of 2 again for Sioux Center. Vanderzee, that one up and in. No good. There was Van Beek. Andrew Austin down at the rebound. Tough shot by Lutmer, no good. Rebound down to Fritz. Push ahead to Van Beek, wide open for 3 in the corner, no good. Rebound down to Friedman. Friedman is the 3rd leading scorer on this team coming off the bench tonight. There's Skeideman. Over to Fink now in the corner. Now Friedman with it again. Foul will be called on Hofert. Friedman will just get into Fink. Van Beek with it now. Over to Skeideman in the corner. Three-pointer for Fink, no good. Van Beek tries to save it, but he is on the line. Once again, I want to thank our 8th graders for helping tonight, as we had to put Jackson Poletsky to work, he was running the video board for a while. Now he is running our camera, as the boys do not use the regular camera to record the game, so sometimes we got to find people from the crowd to come help. So Jackson's helping out there. Three-pointer by Vanderzee, no good. Van Beek with it now. Fink gets it over, now that Fritz. Now back to Fink. Sioux Center moving around the three-point arc with it. Now Van Beek takes it inside, and Van Beek gets it up and in. And foul will be called on Fritz. So Kyler Fritz with his first foul of the game. Second team foul. As Brune and Roseberry check back in for Sioux Center. Nice entry pass, Matt Albert to Andrew Austin, and Austin up with the easy baskets. Friedman gets it out. Now Roseberry. Sioux Center with not really a height advantage, but at least they match up well. But they haven't really gotten any post touches at all. Fritz, good footwork there. Can't get it up and in though. Austin down with the rebound. Here come the Lions. Lutmer, circus shot. Zach Lutmer up and in, and Coach Schmalbeck wants a timeout. Lions up to the 12-point lead. It is a full timeout, so we will take it with them. You're watching Lions basketball here on the CO Broadcast Network.
My grandpa came over here. That's why we're here. Just friendly people. The staff, the whole group. Makes you feel like you're part of a family. And if you know a fireman at all, you need a banker. They have their ups and downs, and so do firemen. And they stay with you as long as you're straightforward and honest with them, and they're honest with us, and they're community minded.
.62, Coach, 62. First down. We're doing this so that the kids can continue to play. Like we used to enjoy playing when I was in high school. I understand how fun it was, and I want that same fun to be had by the kids now. So that's why we need more officials to keep these games going on.
Back here in Rock Rapids, Coach Gerleman did talk about trying to get off to a better start than what they've gotten these last few games. I would say so far that is mission accomplished. Lions up 16-4 start here. Roseberry with it. Lions jump into a 2-3 zone. Change it up here. See them do that from time to time out of timeouts. Probably just give it one possession. As it works out, Lions get the steal and a foul. As Roseberry reaches out and grabs Vanderzee. Holford with it in the corner. Matt Albert over to Andrew Austin. Now Lutmer. Set the screen. Look for the roll. Lutmer forces that one maybe a little bit. Down with the rebound is Scheidemann. Push ahead to Roseberry. No good. Rebound down to Lutmer. Holford, three-pointer from the corner, no good. Rebound will be corralled by Lutmer. Lutmer spin, left hand, no good, and Friedman down with the rebound. Foul will be called there on Matt Albert as Briggs Friedman 60% free throw shooter, will head to the line. Very good crowd here tonight. Central line. Both sides of the stands very full. Friedman's first one up and in. Second one, no good. Andrew Austin down with the rebound. Push ahead to Matt Albert, almost goes out of bounds. Austin over to Hofert, now Lutmer. Albert out to Andrew Austin. Austin attacking the rim very well. Not settling for three-pointers like Coach Gerleman asked him to do. Now Van Beek, no good. Rebound down to Brunn, though, as I think Van Beek missed that one so bad that nobody knew it was coming. And there is a throwdown by Vanderzee. Good find by Lutmer. As Vanderzee takes the contact and still gets it up and in. There's Van Beek from three. No good. Rebound down to Vanderzee. Lions looking to push. And Andrew Austin, he gets it up and in. That's what the Lions can do. They're very good in transition. That is the best part of their game. And Vanderzee be called for the bump. Mason checking back in to the game as Fritz will get a break for the last 10 seconds here, as I'm sure he does not sit on the bench very long in games. Run, good play, good fake. Lutmer called for the foul. Brunn shoots 48% from the free throw line, as that is Lutmer's second foul and the 7th team foul already on the Lions. Ethan Fink will check in quick. And the second one up and in for Brunn. 4 seconds here. Lutmer, no good. Rebound down to Friedman. That'll do it for the first quarter, that is. Lions with a 22-8 lead. As we'll be back with more action here from Central Lyon on the CL Broadcast Network.
.62, Coach, 62. First down. We're doing this so that the kids can continue to play. Like we used to enjoy playing when I was in high school. I understand how fun it was, and I want that same fun to be had by the kids now. So that's why we need more officials to keep these games going on.
My grandpa came over here. That's why we're here. Just friendly people. The staff, the whole group. Makes you feel like you're part of a family. And if you know a fireman at all, you need a banker. They have their ups and downs, and so do firemen. And they stay with you as long as you're straightforward and honest with them, and they're honest with us, and they're community minded.
Back here at Central Lyon as we get set for start of the second quarter. Lions will start with the ball. Looks like the starters back out there for both teams. Fritz, Van Beek, Friedman, Roseberry, and Brunn for the Warriors. Lutmer, Vanderzee, that one forced down low by Hofert and stolen away. Here comes Fritz. Good job there by number 3, Tavian Masson. His defender went for the block, and Masson just waited for the ball, got the nice rebound, put it back up and in. Lutmer spin move, up and in with the left hand. Van Beek pushes ahead. There's Broom for three. No good. Rebound down to Lutmer. Now Reese Vanderzee for three. That one rattles around, hits about every part of the rim, and goes in. Fink with it now. Out to Fritz. Brunn gets it in the short corner. There's Fritz for three, and Kyler Fritz. Fritz not really the greatest three-point shooter. Gets most of his points going at the rim, as he only shoots 26% from behind the arc. There's Matt Albert for three. No good. Long rebound goes to Carson Brun. Here comes Van Beek. Van Beek, wild shot there. No good. Rebound down to Lutmer. Three-on-one opportunity here for Sioux Center. Ethan Fink gets it in. That one hung on the rim. From our vantage point up here, it looked like it was going off the front of the rim, but it gets in. Lions now. Andrew Austin for three, no good. Rebound comes down to Masson. Van Beek now. Wide open layup. Lions not doing a very good job getting back in defense and transition defense right now. Swing it over here to Vanderzee in the corner. Now back to the other corner with Austin. Matt Albert out to Andrew Austin. Nice stop. Spin move by Austin. Fadeaway no good, but Matt Albert down with it. And a foul will be called on the Warriors. So good hustle there by Matt Albert. Wait to see who that foul is called on. As number 2, Briggs Friedman back into the game for the Warriors, and Josh Albert back in the game for the Lions. Foul was on Van Beek, his second. Team's fourth, as they had to reset the shot clock on the foul. Austin knocked over. He'll go to the free throw line. Andrew Austin, second on the team in rebounds and second on the team in scoring. Knocks the first one down. Sorry, leads the team in rebounds. 8.9 rebounds per game, shoots 8, and also averages 18.9 points per game. And Austin makes them both. Lions will fall back into a 2-3 zone. Fritz with it. Mason over to Fritz. Friedman now swung over to Brun. Van Beek gets it in the short corner. Brun going at the rim. And good aggressive move by Carson Brun. Austin out to Hofert. And that will be the third foul called on Zach Lutmer. Not really sure why that Sioux Center is not shooting a free throw. That's the 8th foul. Fritz, no good from three-pointer. Knocked out of bounds there by Tavian Masson. Josh Albert with it over to Andrew Austin. That pass blocked or knocked away by Fritz. Three-pointer on the way, no good by Friedman. Rebound saved by Austin. 30-second timeout will be taken by Coach Gerleman. We'll stay here. Thank our sponsors, Frontier Bank, Pizza Ranch, Premier Bank, Avera Medical Group, DeNoble Austin and Company PC, a Pepsi Beverage Company, Sanford Health, and Seaport of Fultz Insurance and Real Estate. So the Lions off to a good start from the field. They're shooting 11 for 22, 3 for 7 from three-point range. Sioux Center, 7 for 22 from the field, but they are just 1 for 10 from behind the three-point arc. Sioux Center as a team shoots 31%, though they don't really have a starter that shoots all that great from behind the line. Roseberry is their best at 39%. So Roseberry pretty good, but the other 4 starters all in the mid to low 20%. So probably not the strength of their game is a three-point shot. Lions with it now, looking to extend that 10-point lead. Vanderzee, short corner, should go baseline. Good defense there by Brune, stays vertical. Van Beek pushes ahead, there's the Fritz. And that one, ring around the rosy, and Fritz gets it to go. So Fritz with his 6 points of the game. Austin with it, out to Lutmer. Hofert in the corner. Vanderzee now pushes to Lutmer in this corner. No good, never mind. Gets the shooter's roll. Back to an 11-point lead now for the Lions. That is right in front of where we are sitting. It looked like he was going off the front of the rim for sure. Fritz caught in no man's land there. There's Friedman now for 3, no good. Austin down with the rebound. Josh Albert pushes over to Andrew Austin. Austin for 3, no good. Brune down with the rebound. Friedman out to Carson Brune. That no good off the front of the rim. And Andrew Austin down with another rebound. Austin quietly working his way to almost a double-double here in the first half. 10 points, 8 rebounds already as they feed it to him. Now Josh Albert, he'll take the wide open 3, and Albert with a long shot going down. Again, Josh only a 27% three-point shooter on the year, so not his strong point. So those are just kind of bonus points for the Lions when he can knock those down. Friedman almost loses it there. Now Van Beek with it. Back out to Friedman. Under 10 seconds on the shot clock now. There's Brune. And that pass is knocked out of bounds by Josh Alberts. Tyler Roseberry and Miles Scheidemann will check back into the game for Sioux Center. And good move towards the basket by Masson. And Masson has 4 points tonight. Another one stolen away by Fritz. Lutmer can't really do anything. Lets him have the layup. Lions, that's twice now the Lions have gotten lazy with their passes back out to the top, and it's cost them both times, one with a foul, this time with a layup. Austin triple teamed. This one kicked out to Lutmer. Zach Lutmer for 3 is good. Back to a 13-point lead as we're under a minute. There's Scheidemann for 3, no good. Butmer to Andrew Austin. Here's Hofert in the corner. No good. Rebound attempt there by Vanderzee. No good. And Scheidemann brings down the rebound. Now Fritz. That one no good, but Andrew Austin will be called for a foul. First one up and good for the senior, Masson. Seth Anderson into the game for the first time now for Sioux Center. Friedman back into the game, along with, I think maybe, no, Bruin was in the game. So Masson with a good half, 6 points for Sioux Center as they trail by 11 here. Lions will have the opportunity to hold for last shot, which looks like they will do. Now the Lions will go, 10 seconds. And Vanderzee with the tip at the rim. Fritz, good if it goes, no good. Lions will take a 40-27 lead into the half. Stay tuned, we've got a halftime interview with senior Landon Thiessen, and then Jason Heiser will have some first half highlights for you to watch as you watching Lions basketball here on the CL Broadcast Network.
.62, Coach, 62. First down. We're doing this so that the kids can continue to play. Like we used to enjoy playing when I was in high school. I understand how fun it was, and I want that same fun to be had by the kids now. So that's why we need more officials to keep these games going on.
All right, Landon, let's start in the classroom. Senior here at Central Lyon. What is your class schedule like?
Yeah, you bet. So first hour I get here, go to school. I have my college class first, then I go to Ingalls for Applied Woods, and then it's to Crone for American Lit, and then to Rock Hill for egg welding, Town ceramics, and then 6 hour of strength and conditioning up here in the weight room. And then it goes 7th and 8th to the CFE elevator for work study.
All right, kind of a variety of classes.
Yeah.
Okay, like I said, a senior here at the school and on the basketball team. Tell us a little bit about how the basketball team is doing.
Yeah, our team this year we have one loss in the season. That was a tough one, as everybody knows. I mean that one sucked, but it is what it is. We really, that's awakening, I think, and I think we're gonna get back at practice, and we've been grinding it out. So I think we'll be all right. We'll finish where we want to finish this year.
Sometimes never want to lose a game, but it's not the end of the world either.
Yeah. It's a good kick in the teeth, I think.
As long as it's not in the postseason.
Yeah,
that's
right.
You bet. Besides basketball, what else are you involved in?
So football, we had a good football season this year, as many of you guys know, and then FFA is my big thing other than football and basketball.
All right. Let's talk a little bit about the basketball team. What are some of the team goals that you guys have set?
Yeah, for sure. So this year we just want to get better day in, day out, and just keep grinding. I mean, we had a long football season this year, so the start of basketball was kind of like, wow, we just got done with football, now we're here. But I mean, it's all basketball season now, and we're focused, and hopefully we get to finish where we want to finish at the end of the year.
All right. What about yourself? Any individual goals that you set?
My individual goals for the year just to get better every day, help the team out, and just do what I can to help us finish where we want to finish, like I said.
All right. Been around the program for a while now. What advice do you have for some of those younger players that might just be getting started out in basketball?
Yeah. So my advice would be for the younger players is just to enjoy it. I mean, take it in. When you're young, take it. Follow the leadership that the older men have, and just take what they have to give you, because it goes fast. And I didn't think so either. But I'm here today, and I'm a senior, and that's how it goes. So just enjoy it.
That lots of people say that it goes fast, and you don't. It's really hard to grasp until you've done it.
Yeah, really. It really is. I mean, I didn't think it either. And then once you start thinking about it, it's like, wow, that was 4 years, and that was fast. But, enjoy it.
Speaking of 4 years, we are in the back half of the school year here. What are your plans for next year?
As of now, my plans for next year are to go to SDSU up in Brookings and try to get an ag degree there. I don't know quite for sure what that is yet, but hopefully a 2-year deal, and then come back and farm with the family.
All right, sounds good. What do you like best about being part of the basketball team, or maybe what's a favorite memory that you have?
So probably my favorite thing of being part of the basketball team is just, it's fun. It's fun to come and compete every day and just be with your friends and have fun. I mean, I should say every day is a favorite memory because it's just fun to be here. It's fun to be with your friends every day and just compete to get better. And I don't know, I'd say every day.
All right, sounds good. Well, Landon, I want to thank you for joining us today. And now back to the booth after a word from our sponsors.
After a long day, deciding on dinner can be tough, but a few simple words can make everything better.
Pizza's here!
End your day the right way with pizza and chicken from the carry-out and delivery experts at your local pizza ranch. Mm-mm.
.62, Coach. 62. First down. We're doing this so that the kids can continue to play. Like we used to enjoy playing when I was in high school. I understand how fun it was, and I want that same fun to be had by the kids now. So that's why we need more officials to keep these games going on.
And we're back here in Rock Rapids as we get set for the second half here. Looking at some halftime stats, Central Lyon 15 for 30 from the field for 50%. 6 for 13 from the behind the three-point line, and they are 4 for 4 on their free throws. Sioux Center 10 for 29 from the field for 34%, just 1 for 14 from behind the three-point arc, and they are 6 of 10 shooting free throws tonight. Sioux Center will start with the ball down 13, as they did actually win that second quarter, 19-18. Good cross-court pass. Roseberry wide open, and Roseberry helps to improve that three-point shooting average. Vanderzee with it down low. Muscles his way down against Fritz, and Vanderzee gets the easy bucket. Fritz with it, over to Roseberry. Now Van Beek. Back to Roseberry. Van Beek with it now. Bruin now in the short corner. Good cut there by Masson. That will be out of bounds. Tavian Masson having a great night. He is the 7th leading scorer for the Sioux Center Warriors, and tonight he is 2nd. So having a good night. He has 6 points. Vanderzee with it. Back out top to Elbert. He gets it down to Andrew Austin, and Austin gets it up and in. The defender hit the backboard. That should have been called a goaltending, as pretty sure that's a rule. Can't hit the backboard while the ball is in the air unless you block it, the ball. That one off of Broom. Man-to-man being played now by Sioux Center as they're out of their zone. And a push call on Carson Bruin. It's his second personal foul. First team foul of the second half. Lions get it into Austin. He'll go to work on Bruin. Fade away, no good, and Masson down at the rebound. There's Roseberry, wide open again. That one in and out. And Masson be called for the foul. So Lions will get half court set here. They kick it to Josh Elbert. He gets it over to Lutmer. Lutmer down to Vanderzee. Vanderzee up, no good, but he'll go to the free throw line. Lions being very aggressive at the rim to start this third quarter. That foul is called on Masson, his second. Masson just kind of got caught in a bad situation there. He reached to go for the steal, but Vanderzee had picked his dribble up and was starting to shoot, so his arm kind of got caught between Vanderzee's arms as Vanderzee makes one of two. Van Beek pushes over to Masson, and Masson continues to have a good night. He has 9 points now. Albert over to Hofert, back to Lutmer. Swung to Josh Albert, now over to Lutmer again. Vanderzee finds Josh Albert standing alone underneath the basket. Run short corner, over to Roseberry. Van Beek out top. There's Roseberry again. Over to Fritz. They skip it over to Van Beek, and Van Beek loses it out of bounds. Full timeout will be taken by Coach Schmelbeck. We'll take it with them as you're watching Lions basketball here on the CL Broadcast Network.
My grandpa came over here. That's why we're here. Just friendly people. The staff, the whole group. Makes you feel like you're part of a family. And if you know a fireman at all, you need a banker. They have their ups and downs, and so do firemen. And they stay with you as long as you're straightforward and honest with them, and they're honest with us, and they're community minded.
Back here in Rock Rapids. Lions lead by 14. In this portion of the doubleheader, the girls got the win. Central Lyon girls got the win earlier, 53-46 win. As they stay perfect on the season. Lutmer will get things started here, and Bruin just waiting as Bruin called for a carry. So a good play there defensively by Bruin. Unfortunately, got the palm underneath it, took a couple steps. Albert with it now. Over to Hofert in the corner. Ephraim Hofert. And Ephraim with his second three-pointer of the evening. And Albert's called for the foul. Fritz with it now. Gets it to Bruin. Up with it right away, no good. Hofer down with the rebound. Hofer over to Albert now. Austin within the corner. Andrew Austin. Andrew Austin takes a three, knocks it down. Fritz with it. Gets the middle lane. Kick to Scheidemann, and Scheidemann with a three. Scheidemann, one of the better three-point shooters on the Sioux Center team, shoots 41%. There's Hofert. Finds Andrew Austin, and Austin will get the baskets. That's twice now. The defender has been straight up and a foul has been called, one on each team. As Bruin not really thinking he got any part of Andrew Austin's arm. Didn't look like it from up here either. But they did call it earlier in the game, so at least they're being consistent. So Austin will go to the line, shoot the and one, and makes it a 20-point ball game now. Matt Albert into the game. Lions back to a 2-3 zone. Friedman with it over to Scheidemann. Back to Fritz. Fritz, no good. Andrew Austin. That is his 10th rebound unofficially. So Andrew, 18 points, 10 rebounds, so double-double. Kick to Hofert in the corner, and that from Hofert with another three. So Hofert with two triples in this quarter, and the Lions, just like that, up to a 23-point lead as they have come out in control of this third quarter. Remind everyone, upcoming events here on the CL Broadcast Network. We will be broadcasting the Sioux Conference Wrestling Tournament on our channel. 10 o'clock start this Saturday over in Sioux Center. Then Tuesday, February 7th, we have a boys and girls doubleheader, the last doubleheader of the year. George Little Rock will be in town. I do believe we might have something new, some new hardware for the gym that both schools will be happy to see. And then Thursday, February 9th, is just a boys game. That is a Rock Valley game. 7:30 start time for that. Both these teams will be back in action on Friday, this Friday. Sioux Center will host West Lyon, and Central Lyon goes on the road to Sibley Ochiden. So Sioux Center with the ball, down 23. Lions back playing man-to-man defense. Fink gets it down to Fritz. Fritz takes it right at Lutmer. Lutmer's got 3 fouls. So he just kind of lets him go, as Lutmer had to switch off on to Fritz. Lutmer dribble drive, leaves it short. Mawson down with the rebound. Friedman out to Mawson, now over to Fink. Back to Friedman. Scheidemann over to Mawson. Mawson no good, and Fritz gets the rebound. Good patience there by Kyler Fritz. Able to get that one up and in, cut it to a 19-point lead. Zach Lutmer wide open for 3, and Lutmer nails a 3. Coach Gerleman takes a quick 30-second timeout. We'll stay here so we can take this opportunity to thank our sponsors: Frontier Bank, Pizza Ranch, Premier Bank, Avera Medical Group, DeNoble Austin & Company PC, Pepsi Beverage Company, Sanford Health, and Siebert Foltz Insurance and Real Estates. Also want to thank our student workers tonight. Jason Heiser running the broadcast for everyone. Also want to thank, I've got Charlie Peterson running the video board for everybody here in the gym. Caleb Quaker and Egan Peterson running stats, and Jackson Poletsky stepping in to help run the camera unexpectedly tonight. He had been helping with stats and video board, now running the camera for us. Matt Darren checking into the game during that timeout for the Lions, that is. The Lions will fall back into, looks like, into a 2-3. No. Lions will be man-to-man defense here, as Coach Gerleman gets Lutmer out of the game for a spell here. Van Beek over to Fritz, down low to Brune. Brune unable to get that one down, and Andrew Austin gets a rebound. Matt Darren into the game and knocks down the triple. So Darren shoots 47% from behind the three-point line. Hasn't got a lot of playing recently, but knocks that one down. Fritz, way short. Oh, they're going to say that was blocked. And Sioux Center will inbound underneath their own basket. They get it into Brune. Now Van Beek gets the Brune in the corner. Friedman, no good. And Reese Vanderzee down with the rebound. Shot clock is turned off. We'll see if the Lions hold for 1. Looks like that is what Albert is going to do. Get it over to Vanderzee. Vanderzee has Brune on him. Brune's not going to come guard Reese this far out, so Lions will be able to set what they want. Albert gets it into Vanderzee. Down screen set by Austin. Hofert from the top of the key. Ephraim Hofert, third three-pointer of the quarter. Van Beek, good if it goes. Oh, off the front and back of the rim. No good. Great quarter from the Lions. They extend their lead to 28. 68-40 as we head to the fourth quarter here on the CO Broadcast Network.
After a long day, deciding on dinner can be tough, but a few simple words can make everything better.
Pizza's here.
End your day the right way with pizza and chicken from the carryout and delivery experts at your local pizza ranch.
Here's to welcoming moments, big and small. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, with care and coverage. Partner with Avera for more hellos, more hugs, more memories. We'll move you forward through sickness and health, and every milestone in between. Hello possibility, hello healthy, hello life. Avera, moving health forward.
And we're back here in Rock Rapids as we get set to start the fourth quarter. The Lions with the 28-point advantage, and they will start with the ball. Remind everyone, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you know we start our live broadcasts or when we post videos, and make sure you follow Central Lyon on Facebook and Twitter to keep up on all the latest news. Three-pointer no good by Austin, and that one will be off of Sioux Center. Andrew Austin with the flush. Lutmer with another assist. Unofficial 6 assists for Lutmer. No good at the rim. There by Friedman. And alley-oop to Vanderzee. Stolen away by Vanderzee. Alley-oop. And Austin hangs on the rim as he misses that oop. And that's an automatic technical foul. Fritz will go to shoot the 2 free throws for Sioux Center. 64% free throw shooter on the year. Makes the first one. And Fritz makes them both. 12 points for Kyler Fritz tonight. He is inching up towards his season average of 18. Andrew Austin with 20 points and 12 rebounds, leading all scorers and rebounders tonight. Austin with the steal, and that one, he leaves no doubts. Van Beek gets the buckets. Austin over to Lutmer. Now Hofert in the corner. Back out to Lutmer. Lutmer from the free throw line. Too hard. Fritz down with the rebound. Fritz out to Roseberry. That one's short. And rebound comes down to Hofert. Andrew Austin with it. Over to Albert. Lions swing it to the corner to Vanderzee. Fritz runs down the bad pass and gets the layup. So 31-point lead here for the Lions. And Lutmer hit in the face. Roseberry called for the foul as Maassen will check in. Second foul on Roseberry, 5th team foul. Lions get it into Lutmer. And that one is out of bounds off of Sioux Center. Lions getting into Austin. Turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound, that is Fink. Fink with it over to Roseberry. Now out to Van Beek. That foul is called on Reese Vanderzee. First one, no good by Van Beek. I'm not sure how that foul can be called on Reese Vanderzee. He was nowhere near the play. That's got to be on Andrew Austin or Josh Elbert. They're the only two guys there. I don't know if they put that up on the board wrong. It did look like he put up 4 or 5 as Andrew Austin with another dunk. Roseberry with it now. Out to Fritz. Miles Scheidemann will check in. That one almost stolen by Vanderzee, and now it is stolen by the Lions. Push ahead. Ephraim Hofert for 3. And Ephraim Hofert, 5 for 7 now from behind the three-point arc, and 15 points for Hofert. Van Beek looking to push. Unfortunately, he's the only one for Sioux Center. Everyone else are kind of around the three-point line. Now Van Beek has that one stolen away. Lutmer throws it down. Fink with it now. Over to Fritz. Now Scheidemann. Another steal. Lions looking to push. Josh Elbert up, no good. And rebound comes down to Fink. This is turning into a little bit of pickup basketball here. Foul is called on Hofert. And that looks like that'll do it for both starting 5. In for the Lions, Ethan Hofert, Landon Thiessen, Matt Albert, Corey Sirk, and Matt Darren. I'll do my best here, Sioux Center fans. Peyton Work, Connor Kammerman, Brady Aarons with the ball now. Over to Kammerman. 21, that's Luke. Three-pointer, no good. That was number 5, which is Kammerman. Looks like Jack Crane and Luke Dykeshorn in as well for Sioux Center in the last 3 minutes here. Remember, Sioux Center will be at home versus West Lyon this Friday. And then Central Lyon will be on the road at Sibley Cheaton as Cirque travels. Central Lyon travels to Sibley Cheaton on Friday. These two teams will meet again on Monday over in Sioux Center, as that is the actual makeup game. I guess tonight is a scheduled Tuesday night game. Next Monday is the makeup game. That game was postponed from early December as Cirque gets the steal. Look ahead to Matt Albert, thrown out of bounds. So Aaron's with it now. Over to Work. Dykeshorn. Back out at Aaron's. Work gets it to Kammerman. Kammerman up, no good, but He is going to the free throw line. Connor Kamerman, junior. Up and in as Kamerman, perfect on the year. Free throws, shooting 100% coming into the game. Still shooting 100% on the year. Second one up and good. Good looking shot there. Free throw shot at least from Kamerman. Thiessen with it now over to Matt Albert. Almost stolen away. Darren with it now to Landon Thiessen. Landon Thiessen for three. Landon Thiessen, his first made three-pointer of the year. Good to see Landon as he was actually sidelined for a while with some back issues. Kamerman for three, no good. Rebound comes down to Aarons, and that one is, no, not stolen away. It'll be a foul called. As now 35 points lead for Lions, and we do get to running clock. Wasn't sure we were going to see it, as we've seen it basically every, at some point, every single night so far here in Rock Rapids. Now into the game. Now we're going. Everybody, all 17 players for Sioux Center are played. All 16 for the Lions are in as Vanentop, Groen, Folkens, Lane Hendricks, and Riley Mayo in for the Lions. Into the game now, Caleb Branston for Sioux Center. Isaiah Else for Sioux Center. Folkens with it over to Hendricks. Backdoor cut, no good there by Mayo. There's Else, and not sure. Slid about 6 inches on the ground. No travel called. Stolen away by Folkens. Folkens pushes ahead to Vanentop. Carson Vanentop up, and Carson with the two-pointer. Good to see Carson back out there as well, as Carson was sidelined with a little bit of injury here in the middle part of this season. The junior. Peyton Work, and Work nails the three. Offensive explosion here this last minute. Three-pointer, Leo Groen. That was a little off. Not sure coach is really looking for those for out of Leo, as Leo seeing some time here on the court for the first time, I do believe. Is that two-pointer no good by Branston. Lions with it, and Leo gives up an opportunity to get his first two-pointer of his career. Dribbles it out. Lions get the 86-53 win. Lions improved to 14-1 overall, 13-1 in Siouxland Conference play. Sioux Center falls to 10-6 overall and 9-5 in Siouxland Conference play. Sioux Center will be back on the court this Friday at home versus West Lyon. Lions will be on the road at Sibley Ocheyedan on Friday, and then both these teams will be in Sioux Center for a rematch this coming Monday. For Jason Heiser and all of our 8th grade helpers,